Hello everyone, Genghis here and welcome to, I don't know which, I guess 5th or something, part of Rock to the Top. Now, as a replay is going to be kind of slow at the beginning because, hey, I'm in a Leo 1 and not in a 62A going to brawl aggressively. I'm going to be doing a bit of talking and stuff, but I really just would say stay with me to the end because this replay is real gem. Anyway, yeah, you probably, if you follow this channel for a while, noticed that during the last month or something, I haven't been very active. There's a bunch of reasons, which I don't really want to go into too deeply, but basically I'm sorry for that. I'll try and keep going again, keep doing Rock to the Top, give you some Clan Wars replays and stuff like that again. I already started in the last couple of days. Next campaign is coming up, so there's going to be some nice tier 10 action without arching tier 8, sorry. Action without arching airstrikes, which I'm really looking forward to too, because it makes just the game so much more interesting. If you can't they're pushing, easy solution, RT, strike, airstrike, they're all dead. Kappa. So yeah, that's that. Anyway, I'm in the Leo here, I'm playing with MMK. You might notice right now that I'm playing without mods. Well, there's no mods in here, but also recently I haven't been playing with mods. Since I started playing ESL recently, and mods are all banned there. ESL, for those of you who don't know, is like 7 vs 7 competitive play. This replay is around a month old, I would say. It's not completely recent. I got some recent replays too, which are going to come up hopefully soon. That's that. Yeah, I'm playing with MMK, who's also in his Leo 1. It's honestly a setup I wouldn't recommend you take, like, to Leo 1. That's just kind of... I mean, on Redshire, it's, to Leo 1s, to Batchats, whatever, it's just glorious, but if you get Ensk, or Hemostorf, or any other city map for that matter, you would be rather happy to have at least one heavy or heavyish medium in with you. MMK is kind of a green-blue bob. In case you're wondering how good this platoon is. Anyway, as you see at the beginning of the game, they have a bunch of TDs, which are pretty dangerous. They have a bunch of 2 RTs, but 2 RTs is enough to, one-shot you. So I'm playing pretty cautious, I'm moving up, taking some snapshots. As you see, like, nearly every time after I shoot, I try and move again in some unpredictable way to evade RT shots. I see 54 going up on the right, we keep pushing over here. You will notice probably that this is still the old version of Redshire. It got changed in the very last patch, if I'm not wrong. So yeah, sorry for the delay, I guess. Getting some nice shots into the waffle. MMK is kind of brawling with a T-54E1, putting some shots into his turret using the gun impression. Guess Leo 1 as a tank, you all know, it's really made for maps like Redshire, because the gun is like really good at sniping, even though the accuracy on the move is a bit under average. You also have a 410 meter view range, which is second highest in game. I think only the M48 and M60 pattern have 420, and very few tanks have a 410. And the camo is also very nice. And the nice gun impression and mobility, allow you to abuse everything. Now what you just saw was MMK getting penetrated, probably with HE from the Object 261, taking 1200 damage. The AP alpha of the 261 is 1100, so it could have been an AP high roll too, I guess. But that leaves me kind of low in this game. Now I want to actually pause it right here. This is kind of, time in the game where like, okay, I'm having a good game, I'm doing like my 2-3k damage. I'm still nearly full life. Score 7-6. This is a great game, This is going to be an easy win and we're just going to clean it up now. You really have to be careful because if you look at it other way, we have 1 tier 10, which is me, and an RT if you want to see it that way, while they still have 4 of their tier 10s. And I promise it's not like a T49 and a Baltic and lightweight, which are going to carry the game. And like a T54E1 and an E50 are also going to have huge trouble penetrating E100, Jack Prince E100, and to a certain degree even the 268. So really, always don't just 7-6 score, and I'm having a good game as an indicator. Don't get fooled by that. Make sure you're always aware of what's the actual state of the game. Now I'm trying to get some shots on the E1, but then I see the M40 in the back, and obviously he's a way juicier target because I don't really want to get kicked here. He shoots and I go for the kill shot, but it misses. I had a really tiny shot before he went back behind the building. We're pretty lucky that we got down to 261, who in all honesty was in like the most stupid position ever. I don't really want to fight with this E1, but he's on reload right now if I'm not mistaken, because he was shooting some of my teammates. Not even know who. And the Bulldog is actually AFK, so I can farm him, but then the Archer pops back up. So I get moving a bit to make his shot a bit harder, and manage to take him out through the destructible walls over there. Obviously I'm gonna kill the Bulldog. You should always kill any AFK enemy you can. But the E1 is reloaded and I have a shot on him. So I'm gonna take that instead, making him a one-shot, and thus, you know, as a one-shot he can't really clip me. I'm really lucky actually killing that Bulldog in 2 shots, considering I have 800, you know, actually 390 alpha. Those are 2 really high rolls. Now, we haven't really lost much recently, and they, you know, have lost at least the AFK Bulldog, the last RT, and the T-54 one. We did lose the E50, and I think, what was the other tank we lost? Oh yeah, the Baltic died. But they're already like really aggressive over here with all their heavies. The 268 is also just in front of me. I realized that a bit late. He gets in a really juicy shot into me and manages to take out my ammo rack. And all of a sudden, like 30 seconds ago it was like, okay, I'm nice farming here the Bulldog, trying to get some spots and shots on whatever. And all of a sudden it's like a 850 HP Leo, a one-shot E1, a one-shot T55A, just in front of 2 U100s, a Jack Panzer, a 268, and... Wait, is that the same U1 or is that another U1? The same U1, yeah, the same U1. So I decide, you know, I get unspotted, RT-54E1 dies, and I'm just gonna run from here, because right now, there's nothing I can do. Now there's still a... well, at this range. There's still a 268, which was last spotted right there. So I'm gonna make sure that while I'm running, to keep like the tiny bit of the switch time between me and him as far as possible, so he does not spot me, because if I get spotted right now, I'm more or less completely dead. Now, I'm actually going to pause it once... No, I'm not going to pause it, to not annoy you. Right now there's like... I am going to pause it. There's 3 positions I could run to. 4 even. I could stay in this area using the buildings and bushes here as cover. I could go just over here and try and use the ridgelines and bushes, obviously, as cover to shoot them if they get spotted or if they notice where I am and try pushing me. And I could be going on the 1 line to use a real abundance of bushes and decent amount of rocks there to get shots on cap. You can really decap well from the 1 line, and in this general area you can shoot really well. Or I could be joining this lightweight over there and be going for basically these hills. Now, the problem with the 1 line is that you cannot run this way because you're open here for around like 200 meters, I would guess, and you're just gonna get spotted and just die, considering they're all over here, if they start pushing you. If they start, you know, if I start shooting, it's pretty expectable that at least 1-2 tanks are going to push me, and I can't even deal with like 1 E100 pushing me, especially as once I get close, I'm going to get spotted when I peek, and that means that the guys in the back and the cap are also going to be able to rape me. I could stay here, but in the end, from here, there's like not much I could do. Same goes for this area, and also here, if I want to run, like if they actually start coming for me, I can't run this way because I'll be like going through the water here and it's going to be really slow and I can get sniped. And running this way is as dangerous because once I get close you can't really cross over here, it's just as open. So that's why I'm going to decide to go in this area, because in the end I can always hug this area line and run back this way around. I can go north over here to join like the T92, you know, use those hills over there, which are pretty nice position too, on Red Try on the outside. And also there's this really beautiful ridge line here I can use to shoot this area. And I can fall back up here if they start pushing, you know, I just go down, go like this, and get back up here and do the same thing again, and I can see where I can go to. Also, you know, staying close to the T-54 lightweight is obviously useful. They are capping with, I would guess, 2 people, considering it's encounter, so the caps take a really long time, and the rate is going up. It's definitely more than 1, it could even be 3 people in cap right now. The T-54 lightweight starts moving up over there, and as he's not getting wrecked, I decide that's probably the best course of action for me to take too. I could go over here, but then I couldn't really like use or work with the lightweight at all, so I'm just gonna go back. Cap is starting to get not dangerously high, but higher, so I have to get moving, I can't just stay camping. One enemy leaves the cap, apparently, because the cap just went down a bit, and there's an E100 spotted over there by the lightweight, and I can just stay over here and shoot him really nicely. I get a nice shot on the turret side. I load heat because he's so down, and at 450 meters you really don't be shooting heat at the E100 turrets. Also, obviously the flat side armor I could have pinned. I'm checking to see if that E1 is in danger of spotting me, in which case I would have either not shot or run or focused him out or whatever. But he's not. I get one, two, I wouldn't say unlucky, but one, two bad shots on the U100, which do not pen. But he does die to the T92. The lightweight manages to kill the one-shot E1. However, somehow our RT manages to die. Because, I mean, like, he got shot from the E1, but he should have been spot safe. Anyway, what just happened means that now there's only 2 enemies left, but we lost our RT, which is pretty bad, because with the RT I could have just, kept spotting. The RT would have wrecked him in 2, 3, 4 shots. However, the lightweight somehow managed to do a hero run and survive for the moment, on pretty high health still. I didn't take any damage, and we did take out an E100, a T54 E1 who was our last medium, and a Jack Panzer. And that was like a total of around 2000 HP, I would say, maybe even a bit more. Now the T54 lightweight keeps doing some really, really good spotting here. However, I get spotted there, not being able to put off a shot. So I decide to relocate around a bit. Or just drive in a circle. Just to, like, if you're spotted like this and you're not in a real hurry to go, you just want to make some confusing movements so the enemy doesn't know where you are going to go once you do get spotted. I'm peeking over here to get the respots, trying to figure out where to go, what to do. And right now, the E100 shoots me and bounces off the side of my turret, which is really lucky, I would agree. However, considering I am on 860 HP, it would have been really unlikely he would have killed me in one shot. Also, while I'm saying that, the 268 just rolled for 870 and killed the lightweight. However, between us two, we managed to do the decap all of them. And it's gonna take them forever to cap. Like, I think with one guy, capping an encounter takes 3 minutes, 40 seconds? I could be wrong where it's in that area. So with 2 guys, you're still around 1.5 to 2 minutes. And I'm pretty safe in that regard. The 268 seems to be wanting to go for me, so I'm just gonna run so I can keep using some ridge lines and abusing his really shitty gun depression, my really good one. So he doesn't know what to do. Trying to get unspotted, basically. Like right now, I want to run away. I moved in because we needed decaps really, really fast. Now that point of time is over. Now I have, with the cap being at 20, at least 1.5 minutes to decap again. So I got time, and now I could do 2 things. I could go for the 1-9, or I could go for the ridge line I was talking about earlier. I prefer this area because, as I explained, it's way easier to relocate from and run away from if they start pushing me or I get spotted or whatever. So that's why I'm going to move over here. I've got heat loaded because for the 268 it's pretty good. I can pin him in the side and the superstructure was heat without a problem. In the front as well, and for the 100, as long as I get a shot on the turret, I'm way more likely to pin. And considering the terrain he's in, it's pretty likely he's going to be hold down, or at least nearly hold down, like hiding his lower plate. And he's going to be really useful. I'm going to abuse this bush, which you probably mainly know from scouts for the first spots at the beginning of games. But it works really well to spot cap and encounter. After some wiggling around, I managed to get a spot at the 100 through the trees. Aim well, and bounce. However, I did not get spotted for my first shot. I re-aim and take him out with a second shot. But then I suddenly do get spotted, which kind of surprised me. Maybe he activated binocs or something like that, I really don't know. I go evasive, manage to dodge his shot. He misses it, so I know I got time to put 2 shots into him before he's gonna reload. One of the misses, second one goes in. And I just start moving again. And get safe, get unspotted. And yeah. Now, I'm gonna move up. Against the 268, considering the HP I'm on, it's really unlikely that he's gonna one-shot me, so I could easily just rush in and kill him. On top of that, he doesn't have a turret and he's got really bad gun depression. So while I could try and out-snipe spot him, considering where he was standing on top of that hill in the bushes, if he's got binocs or camo net or even both, it's gonna actually be really tricky to do that, and he could get the first shot off me, which would make it really difficult afterwards. So I decided safer now that the E100 is dead and I've got all the time in the world to just move up, try and use the hills and the ridge line, which are all over Redshire obviously, to get close quarter combat on him, and I'll play him that way. Moving up here, I'm not getting spotted. If I would get spotted, he could shoot me, but I'd be able to put a shot in return, which would make him a one-shot too. So that's why I decided that this is an okay way to go. And I'm just gonna keep staying on top of him. Managed to get a sneaky shot into his side. He's going back, he doesn't really have the gun elevation, and I can go forward and just snipe his cupola, or whatever you want to call that, vision bar maybe, and take him out. So, that was that. I want to give a really big up to that T-54 lightweight, because honestly, without him, I don't think I would have carried it. And let's have a quick look at the post-game stats, shall we? So, as you saw, I got an ace tanker. What a surprise. A lot of, participation medals. A ready Walter for my 8 kills. A defender, a high caliber, a tanker sniper, and a top gun. I ended up doing 9,871 damage, which is more or less, I think it's my second best result ever, something like that. Pretty good, definitely, for me. Nearly 1,500 base XP. I blocked 750 by armor, thanks 3100. I did only 1,000 spotting damage, but I don't know. Since I was alone most of the time, I was kind of shooting what I was spotting myself, and my allies weren't shooting much, I guess. I managed to get 100 base defense point, which in encounter is quite a lot, because of the slowness the cap goes up at. And yeah, the lightweight didn't really do much, like, in results. But I just want to highlight something, or actually 2 things, yeah. The distance traveled by me, and by the lightweight, which is really high, like over 3 kilometers. That's really rare already. Now I'm at 6 and he's at 5. It just shows that in these kind of endgames on those open maps, if you're in a fast tank, you just have to keep moving, keep relocating, and like never let the enemy be able to expect where you're going to come from. I'm not going to deny that there was some luck in this. Archie didn't hit me once. Archie got taken out pretty early. They had a lot of, E100, E100, Jack Panzer E100, and 268 aren't the most mobile tanks. So if, for example, they would have like 2 bat shots, a 62A, and I know a 1-to-1, there would have been no way I could have carried it, because they would have just rushed me and taken me out together really easily. While in the setup, I was able to abuse what a medium is made of. I hope my commentary was kind of okay after so long of a break, and is up to the top standards. I also hope, because I'm recording with a kind of a new program, that the audio and video quality are fine. Please tell me that in the comments below. I really hope you enjoyed this, and I hope I'm gonna see you next time. Make sure you share, follow, and so on. Bye bye guys, Genghis here.